Brian Fargo. He's the one that retweeted my Wasteland playthrough. And now it's like my most popular video on the whole channel.
War never changes. The Romans waged war to gather slaves and wealth. Spain built an empire from its lust for gold and territory. Hitler shaped a battered Germany into an economic superpower. But war never changes. In the 21st century, war was still waged over the resources that could be acquired. Only this time, the spoils of war were also its weapons: petroleum and uranium. For these resources, China would invade Alaska, the US would annex Canada, and the European Commonwealth would dissolve into quarreling, bickering nation-states bent on controlling the last remaining resources on Earth. In 2077, the storm of World War had come again. In 2 brief hours, most of the planet was reduced to cinders. And from the ashes of nuclear devastation, a new civilization would struggle to arise. A few were able to reach the relative safety of the large underground vaults. Your family was part of that group that entered Vault 13. Imprisoned safely behind the large vault door, under a mountain of stone, a generation has lived without knowledge of the outside world. Life in the vault is about to change.
Hey, we're finally playing Fallout. The first one, the original. It came out when yeah, there it is, 1997. It came out when I was 7. Well, I figured picking the next RPG, I'm overdue to play a CRPG. Because I haven't done that for a while, but also I still haven't played the good Fallouts. I have never played Fallout 1 or 2, and God, I mean, I technically have. I tried once. So I had an idiot stupid. First of all, this is on GOG, and I just launched, so that's nice. That's nice that the game just works. Playing old games is a nightmare usually. I guess I'm knock on wood. I still have to play the game and have that actually work, but my brain was stupid back in the day. It's like the same child / teenager that would launch up Myst and then be like, I don't get it, you just like click around and nothing makes sense to me. Because like if you don't like have the right verbs in your head for what a video game even is like, you don't have like the right context for it, it can be hard to even parse some of these certain genres that maybe is part of why they're niche in the first place. So for me, back then, an RPG, I regret to say, was basically Diablo 2. It wasn't until I encountered BioWare games in the form of Knights of the Old Republic and then Mass Effect and Jade Empire that I finally, and Dragon Age, that I had like the on-ramping to like anything resembling a real RPG where you actually make role-playing choices and do the things that are the genre. Instead, just role-playing mechanics was what RPGs were to me, because I had already encountered Diablo, and that was essentially my on-ramp to this stuff. So when I saw a top-down game that looked like Diablo, I'd get all excited and want to play it, because that was like my world for a few years, was Diablo 2 online all the time. And so I got Dungeons & Dragons, The Temple of Elemental Evil at like a tabletop store. The irony there of going to a tabletop store and buying a D&D top-down game, and then being like, this isn't like Diablo. I'm like, you're missing the point so fucking hard, kid. And then, and yeah, at some point I got a hold of some copy of Fallout, I don't know which one, and it just drops me in a desert. And I'm like on a grid, I think, and I'm like, I can't figure out how to do any. I don't think I even got off the first screen. Like, I couldn't figure out how to play the game because I'm like, this isn't Diablo. I don't just click on places to go and then click on enemies to attack them, and like a baby. All right, I'm gonna have to do some tweaking here. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty. I think I went in and tweaked the visuals enough and figured this out. Took longer than it should have, actually, because I made a mistake in, like, this, like, I saw the X, so I thought that the scaling ×2 was already enabled, so it took me a long time to actually try that setting. So I had, like, I skipped character creation and was just, like, looking around in just trying to make the game look good, and all the menus were so fucking tiny. I'm like, this has to be fixable, please. And it mostly involved that. Max Stone. Oh, there's the arrows. A lot of interface to search through. Natalia. Albert. Only Max Stone has a second name, it would seem. These are different archetypes. If you're a coward, create character. We're not here to use pre-existing characters. You can choose an age. Blip, 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 boom. And you can pick what restroom. Oh, this is a lot. All right, so we have our special, which is a little harder to denote the fact that it's the special characteristics because it's 2 letters each. So the fact that it's spelled special is not immediately apparent. Got a bunch of skills here. We have it shows our armor classes. A lot of stuff broken down here. Healing rate, like our healing over time. At the end of each day, your character will heal 1 HP for every point of healing rate. When you rest, you heal every 6 hours. So there is healing over time passively, but it's per day. So 1 is incredibly little given I have 30 hit points. But even then, like, resting would mean that it would take me... I would only heal 4 hit points per day. Holy crap. You might want to have some more of that stuff. What's all this stuff? Is it a toggle? I think it's a toggle. How do I tell if it's on or not? So, I guess... this is it being on? You turn more than 1 on? You already have the maximum 2... okay. Okay, the currently selected one is gold, and the gray ones are the ones that are activated. It'd be easier if the light stayed lit, because you can't tell the difference between being selected and being on, but whatever. That'll take some getting used to. Okay. So, 5 is an average. You can build all the way up to 10, but that's if you put all 5 of your points into the same stat. I can take something lower than normal, but that can get me in all sorts of trouble. So strength is our hit points, melee damage, and carry weight. Perception affects shooting, and our ability to just see things in general, I believe, probably like traps. See, hear, taste, and notice unusual things. That's usually worth getting a little higher than normal. I'm often disinclined to have strength because of the melee implications in many games, but hit points and carry weight are kind of hard to do without, so it's a little worrying. Endurance, stamina, and physical toughness. A character with high endurance will survive where others may not. Modifies hit points. Hey, that also does that. So there's more endurance here. And you get extra hit points per level. So this is more for your endurance. If you can give up on carry weight, then you can drop your strength and go for endurance a bit instead. Charisma. The cheating stat for cheaters, basically. How good is your charisma? Well, You just have a bunch of clear openings. I don't know how it does from game to game, but I know that, like, in a lot of games, like, being high charisma just kind of feels like you're skipping having to do problem solving in certain ways. Like, it's easy to just want to be a character that people like, and, like, it's really appealing to have high charisma, and I think I, more often than not, in fact, almost exclusively play high charisma characters. I'm tempted to not do that this time, just because then instead of having doors get opened by people just automatically liking you or whatever, you might, instead have harder problems to deal with, and have to, like, go deal with other things. Intelligence is also interesting, because that's a similar thing. It's like, it's different checks that often help you solve problems via, like, a click, essentially. But I know that, if you drop your intelligence enough in the original Fallout games, that your dialogue fundamentally changes. I think if you drop all the way to 1, it might even, you might just stop being able to speak, which is, an amusing thing to have in the game, I guess, but not a great way to experience the game for the first time, because it just means I don't get to interact with a lot of it. It's like when people want you to play the really weird vampires in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and it's like, maybe if I come back, but the first time, that's just a confusing and like difficult way to experience the game the first time around. Knowledge, wisdom, the ability to think quickly. A high intelligence is an important part for any character. The number of new skill points per level, dialogue options, and many skills. That's rough. That's rough. New skill points is good. I might go high intelligence, low charisma. I have poor charisma. Like, what if I just play a douchebag? That's very smart. Maybe that punchable... The very punchable character. I just Disco Elysium this shit. Play, like, a character that people just hate, but he's really smart. And, because in Disco Elysium, my build was supposed to be the idea that he was going to be really high reflexes, because he was going to be, like, he's going to have a very punchable face, but it's very hard to hit. Which is an approach. There's agility. Coordination and ability to move well. High agility is important for any active character. Action points, armor class, sequence, and many skills. Just sequence, just said as a word alone with no context. It's a little rough. I might do like high agility and intelligence, low charisma, and low strength maybe. Maybe some endurance. Luck, fate, karma, and extremely high or low luck will affect the character somehow. Events and situations will be changed by how lucky or unlucky your character is. Uh-oh. Do I have 8 points to spend right now? I can really pump up that intelligence perception. Let's see. Average endurance, maybe a little bit better endurance. Might have to deal with the extent to which I'm losing out on everything else. God. Is this where I'm going? So, poor charisma, luck, and strength. Great agility. Great perception. Good endurance. Excellent intelligence. My character's just gonna be a douchebag, isn't he? Okay. Oh no, and I made him my age. He's just me. I'm the douchebag all along. Alright, we have a lot of skills here. What do even some of these mean? Like outdoorsman? Practical knowledge about the outdoors and the ability to live off the land. The knowledge of plants and animals. How actually useful is that, though? I don't know. Apparently, oh, it's endurance and intelligence. So it's like low, because I have okay endurance and intelligence. Maybe it just doesn't scale that good. This one's 3 times. Okay, the math is all over the place then. Okay. So this, I thought, why is it so low if I'm good at those 2 stats? But the math must be really different from so. Yeah. Repair starts at 20% plus your intelligence. Gambling is 3 times your luck, which my luck is bad. But it still starts off at a decently high percentage regardless. Okay, so small guns, big guns. Small guns is agility. Big guns is agility. They just have different base values. Energy weapons is agility? No intelligence, huh? They didn't do the science approach that some other games later would do. Unarmed is agility and strength. That makes sense that those 2 things would combine a bit. Agility and strength for melee weapons. Throwing. Just be completely specialized in throwing weapons that run out constantly. What a fucking thing to specialize in. Knives, spears, and grenades. Admittedly, grenades. Fun. First aid, perception, and intelligence. That's not bad. Probably, tag skills. I might want to have healing if I'm going to be such a douchebag. Doctor is different from first aid. Okay, so for first aid, general healing skill used to heal small cuts, abrasions, and other minor ills. The game, in game terms, the use of first aid, I just misread that at first, can heal more hit points over time than just rest. Doctor, healing of major wounds and crippled limbs. Without this skill, it will take a much longer period of time to restore crippled limbs to use. Yeah, because it's like a case of leg come off. How big of a difference is it when I click? Okay, so it goes from 38% to 58%, so that's a pretty big spike. Doctor would go from 23 to 4. Okay, it looks like it's 20% if you tag a skill, basically. Sneaking is agility based, which I am okay at. I do have a tendency to make agility characters. Lockpicking is perception and agility. I'm also somewhat inclined to maybe not do lockpicking because on top of charisma checking, that's like the two things. I keep falling into the trap of doing this in, like, say, Bethesda-style games and so on, is that you do a charisma character that gets to cheat at dialogue, and then you pick a lockpicking character that gets to cheat at the level. And, like, I'm under the impression that the game is built to be playable outside of the context of having to lock, like, if you cheat, like, past everything by just winning instantly at like, opening doors and talking to people. So I kind of want to see what the game's like if you can't just easily open doors and people via the easy way. So I think I might skip on lockpicking for once. Because it's just like, it feels too much like the obvious way to play these games that it almost feels too powerful. But trap removal could be really good. There's science. Is that also a type of weapons? Geology! Covers a variety of high technology skills such as computers, biology, physics, and geology. I guess you could see this as another version of lockpicking, but the computer version, but sure. I'll just do that one, I suppose. It fits too much. First of all, they said geology, but also it fits too much with my character's setup. It'd be weird if they were this high on intelligence and didn't have any science background at all. Repair is tempting. Speech check, I'm gonna avoid that. Also, I'd be bad at it because of the charisma. Bartering, I'm gonna be bad at because of charisma. Gambling, I'm gonna be bad at. I don't know. I don't think he's much of an outdoorsman, this character. Like, I mean, he might be good at... Let's see. I might have to just go to a doctor to deal with limbs, is the assumption I'm under. Hopefully I can get them to like me. Uh-oh. So I guess first aid and science, I guess I need to pick between, do I want small guns, throwing weapons, which has an even higher base value right now? Or do I want, trap disarming, which is obviously very handy when a bunch of dangerous things are around. Small guns is just such an obvious, generic assumption starting point, but like throwing is a weird skill to have, but it'd be pretty funny to be this guy that for some reason specializes in throwing weapons of all things. Like, it's here for some reason. A little curious how common they are. But am I going to make a broken idiot character that, like, only works when a bunch of party members can save him? Because, also, how much carry weight is are throwing weapons going to have? How much trouble am I going to be in here? But 48%. Throwing might be... No, melee weapons is an unarmed. I was going to say that throwing might be the highest stat in the entire game without being tapped. God. Let's see how weird this gets. Let's make a weird character. Or do I go off of first aid? Just let somebody else be the healing guy and not bother with my main character being that role? That could be potentially a smarter move. Like, make him weird, like, what if you, it could be small arms and throwing. So he just has this additional skill where he's just weirdly good at throwing things, but he still has, like, the base level of being able to shoot stuff, which seems kind of important. That might be the way to go. 63, 68, 63. This is a silly character. Alright. Fast metabolism. Your metabolic rate is twice normal, means that you're much less resistant to radiation and poison, but your body heals faster. Being less resistant to radiation sounds bad in the Fallout universe. Bruiser. You're slower, but you're bigger. You punchy boy. It's probably not a great idea for me. Fewer AP, no thank you. Kind of specialized in having AP. Small frame. You're not quite as big as other vault dwellers, but that never slowed you down. You can't carry as much, but you are more agile. Oh, wow. Ugh. So a few of my stats go a bit higher. But yeah, I lose 30 carry weight, but I gain 1 more agility, essentially having a bonus, essentially gives me a bonus point of the stuff, the special. One-hander. One of your hands is very dominant. You excel with single-handed weapons. Two-handed weapons cause a problem. So, it doesn't say that it makes small guns immediately better. I would just have to stick with one item. Finesse. Your attacks show a lot of finesse. You don't do as much damage, but you cause more critical hits. It feels like it'd be... Ooh, critical chance goes up by 10%. But damage goes down, even if it's not visible here. What is sequence, by the way? Determines how soon in a... Oh, it's your initiative. Okay. Kamikaze. By not paying attention to any threats, you can act a lot faster in a turn. This lowers your AC to just about what you are wearing, but you sequence much faster in a combat turn. Scary. Heavy-handed. You swing harder, but I'm not doing melee. Fast shot. You don't have time to aim for a target attack, but you attack faster than normal people. It costs you 1 less AP to use a weapon. Ooh. 1 less AP to use a weapon. You don't have time to aim. That makes me think that maybe you don't get to do special aiming things, but you do get to fire more times, which goes well with other... When you use a weapon, I assume that throwing counts as using a weapon. Bloody mess is pointless. It doesn't actually do anything. Kind of squishes the game, because it makes you just see the same animation over and over again, regardless of context. So you get less variety, but wow, big spectacle, always at 10. Jinxed. The good thing is that everyone around you has more critical failures in combat. The bad thing is, so do you. Oh. Well, that's terrifying. That goes great with my low luck. Good-natured. You studied less combative skills as you were growing up. That's probably not true. Your combat skills start at the lower level, but first aid, doctor, and speech and barter, yeah, it's for that playthrough style. The one that I'm kind of specifically skipping on. Chem-reliant. You are addicted to drugs. Twice as likely to need them, but you recover faster. Chem resistance. They last half as long as, but you're less likely to crave them. Night person. As a nighttime person, you are more awake when the sun goes down. Your intelligence and perception are improved at night, but dulled during the day. Those are the exact things I specialize in. That'd be a heavy leaning back and forth on the basics how my character works in a little scary way. Skilled. Since you spent more time improving your skills than a natural person, you start with better skill levels, so the trade-off is that you do not gain as many extra abilities. You'll gain a perk every 4 levels. How much more? That's a little scary. So you get 10% to everything, but you get fewer perks, which we haven't seen perks yet, but that seems like it would be a rough trade-off to have. Gifted. You have more innate abilities than most, so you have not spent as much time honing your skills. Your primary statistics are each +1? Holy shit. But you lose minus 10% on all skills at the start and receive 5 less skill points per level. Ooh. 5 fewer per level. Put an entire extra point into every stat. Can I make this go even higher? No, stuff caps out at 10. I was wondering about that. That makes my stats, like, terrifyingly high. But it's the reverse of skilled. Just take gifted and skilled at the same time, and you're just, like, losing half the bonus to the things that you've picked so far. How many skill points do you get per level normally? Like, I think this says I get more per level, but it doesn't say, I think, anywhere how many that is. That's like stuff you have to figure out on your own, or maybe it's listed in a manual somewhere. Some of these are scary. God, it makes me so much worse at so many skills. I think small frame is an easy enough thing to lean on. It just gives me an extra... but I lose carry weight by a lot. That's a little scary. Fast shot's a pretty easy thing to pick. This seems not hard to go with. And I'm always hesitant to pick these builds that are about the consumables specifically, because of that hoarding nature that so many people always have. That's an issue. I might just go for faster shooting and the bonus agility and just enjoy those, but actually cheat and use the bonus agility to just get more intelligence in a completely broken and silly way. And that's just absurd. Is this my character? This weirdly agile douchebag that nobody likes? It might be. Done?
You're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one, and the process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault. This is crucial to our survival. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. You need to go find us another controller chip. We estimate we have 4 to 5 months before the vault runs out of water. We need that chip. We marked your map with the location of another vault. Not a bad place to start, I think. Look, just be safe, okay?
The power of pre-rendered cutscenes. That'd be pretty, like, mind-blowing to see in 1997. I think I was playing the Nintendo 64 back then? Yeah, that seems to line up. We're off to a bit of a start. I did go off to do a developer interview for a few hours, but we're back to it. There is a corpse. How do I look at... Oop. Yeah, Colonel told me that right-click gives me different cursors. Like a point-and-click adventure game, basically. That's a sword. That's it's a machete. It's a knife. Of the kind I already have. But now I've got 2! That much seems to have been unchanged in the future. So for context, I've never played any of the top-down Fallout games. I've never played Fallout 1 or 2 or Tactics or Brotherhood of Steel. At least one of those is not a top-down game, I don't think. I started with Fallout 3, which I played because I liked Oblivion. So I started it These are bad answers for a lot of people, but I started Elder Scrolls at Oblivion, and I started Fallout at 3. It was the 360. Oops. What did I do? I pressed A, trying to move the camera around, which was the incorrect move. Does the arrow key? Okay, the arrow keys move it. Ooh, one step at a time, though? And oh, eventually. Okay, so we're doing mouse. Okay, gotcha. There's rats. How hard could they be to defeat? Target out of range. I believe I have... Okay, I have no armor. I do have a gun. Just wasn't using it. Total weight 14. Ammo 12 out of 12. 10 millimeter. What are these? These are 10 millimeter jacketed hollow points. They weigh 1 pound. 1 pound just in collective, I guess. This is a knife. A sharp-bladed cutting and stabbing weapon. Minimum strength 2. I have that much, so I'm good there, I guess. Let's see. It's a flare. Creates light for a short period of time. The paper's a little worn, but it otherwise... The paper? But it's good condition. Twist the top to activate it. Flares have paper? I should learn about flares, evidently. I thought I had red bullets that I picked up. Oh. Arrow key. I keep trying this mouse wheel, and I don't think mouse wheel works. This is also 10 millimeter, but it's armor piercing, whereas these ones are hollow points. And these are mentats. So you used to start the inventory with some of the drugs that we've seen in other games, and there's buff out. Okay. Would you like to have a crippling drug addiction? Let's start it early. Oop, that did something. What did that do? I guess it just changes weapons? Okay. That's the quit button, apparently. It'll take us a little bit just to get used to how game work, fundamentally. Okay, so you have to stop moving your mouse for a bit before you can, like, inspect something. You cannot get there. Well then, screw me, I guess. Okay, so when it's in reticle mode, I can move around. Oh. Am I to believe we are currently in combat? End turn, end combat. I believe we're in combat. I didn't ask for this. Look at... She looks unhurt. The first opponent is a female rat. Gun! She looks hurt. Let me know, game. What do you think? Small no, not that, the rat. Oh. That's it. I just fired a gun at a rat. You know, maybe I'm the bad person. You don't have enough action points to use the inventory. Are we still in combat? And combat. For defeating the enemies, you earn 25 experience points. Nope, I'm in combat again. I appear to be in combat again. You've made a mistake. Wow. I'm a man. Okay. Well, these rats aren't going to stand a chance, are they? The least they could do is have loot. Just kidding, they're rats. What is this, every other game I've ever played? Which, because so many games actually have rats with loot for some reason. It's like, it's a rat. The only loot there should be is whatever it's made of. It's made of rat. Hello. Oh, you won. You got the one... Oh, nope. Cave rat was hit for 6 hit points and was killed. Oops, oh. Oops, cave rat was hit instead of cave... I shot this cave rat. Sir, how do you fuck up this bad at shooting something? How did you shoot him instead of him? Those aren't even related angles. It just occurred to me... What is my name? Is my name None? Hang on, did I name... Did I name myself None? It just occurred to me that I didn't see how to name myself at any point in the character making. Okay, time to go remake my character and come up with a fucking name. Oh. That's funny. Okay, we're back, and I went... because I've just been feeling it lately, but his name's Zane. I feel like this might be the third time I've used this name recently after not using it ever before. I just suddenly started calling myself Zane in games. It's not true, actually, because it was a Yoshi. It's not me, it's a Yoshi. Common mistake. Are they gonna come at me? Well, let's leave combat then. You're wasting my activities. Oh, they're like invisible now. How come I can see them better during combat? I should have picked one of the low light vision races. Just kidding. That's not an option here. Did I get him? Looks like I got him. Gained 50 experience points. So every rat's worth 20 experience points. Let's look at my character sheet. Next level's 1,000 experience. That's a lot of rats. It's like 40 rats. But like there might be 40 rats here. That room back there looked crowded. How's my hip? 28 out of 30. Okay, so I got a decent amount of hip. Comes down to how much I want to spend my HP versus how much I want to spend my... Oop. Wait, can I talk to the rat? Talk to the rat! It doesn't want to talk to you, does it? It's an antisocial rat. Sir? Sir? What am I doing? What is my goal? Combat cannot end, so it still counts as being combat. Okay. End my turn then? Guys? Oh, there they are. What? They're just really hard to see. My aim is not that good at that range. Should probably be using a knife. Are those my throwing daggers? A knife balanced specifically for throwing, made of titanium and laser sharpened. It weighs 1 pound. Do I get them back though? I feel like I don't want to waste my throwing daggers on knives. It's gonna get me in trouble. That's the cue. Now I've got a knife. I need 2 action points to get to him though. Still out of range. How do I get close enough to stab him? Bloop. There we go. This is what we are today. We're rat stabbers. Hello, hello, rat. Would you like to be stabbed? It takes a little practice to get used to how you attack. As far as I can tell, you have to like... Oh my god, I didn't kill the rat with 1 knife strike. How bad am I at knives? I mean, I did make myself pretty bad at knives. I don't think you path towards things automatically. I do think you need to, like, run up to stuff first. And yeah, there's a really particular thing where you have your left click for walking, I guess, or activating your mouse. But in order to use any actions, you have to right-click and go into, like, attack mode, essentially. Where is he? There he is. I think I was just out of combat. Wow, that's a lot of missing. And then not killing, apparently. 2 action points. What'll I do? This is...
You see, kids, this is just how old RPGs used to be. They were basically a form of torture for the first few hours.
Flashbacks to Morrowind, Morrowind, where just for a long time you can't even like hit a thing. So like the first like many fights you do, you just like swing your weapon at the same guy like 30 times to then eventually you hit him once for like 1 damage, and you're like, why was I born to suffer? Then you gain like 2 levels and suddenly the game completely changes and you're like, what was that first part even for? Is this hazing? Am I being hazed by a video game? I think that's the exit. But why would I exit when I could rat? That's right, we're here to kill 40 rats for 1 level up. We can do it. I can do it. And if they never damage me, then I'm not even wasting bullets, then like, why not? This is a sane way to start your playthrough. If I'm not careful, they'll team up on me and then I won't be able to handle how many rats are coming at me at once. That's incredible that they can survive a hit. I'm just that bad at fighting rats. If I end my turn, will he ever path? Or, oh, the fight ended. I'm still not entirely sure. I'm trying to test whether or not your character will ever path to somebody to attack them. There's surprisingly little visual feedback for whether you're in fight, like immediately. It's mainly this little door down here opens and closes, because the end turn and end combat buttons go away if you are not in combat. Ouchie. Whoa! Who do you think you are? Hitting me for 4... Oh my god, guy. He's really just... He's not ready for the fact that he just took that much damage from that rat. Cave rat missed. I'm a much larger target, so that's very embarrassing. You should lose morale for how bad that... Oh my god. That was an elite rat. That's why he was able to hit me and do 4 damage, and also why I couldn't hit him, because he was a super rat. So that means I'm actually cool for fighting it. Oh, this one's even stronger! No, never mind. I hit it for 5. I'm just first glance was incorrect. Whoops. Hello. I'm a bad person. I could have just left. I didn't have to wipe out all the rats. But they were between me and my exit, and then I just had to keep going. Once you pop, the fun don't stop. Come and get me, if you dare. Wow, I hit him twice, and he's alive. He's gonna survive this turn at this rate. Then obliterate me. I'm down to only 20 hit points. Ugh. Where else have I used Zane? There was like a line of sight thing, so I couldn't see him. Ow. Oh right, on top of the Yoshi, it was Heedless Zane in Wilder Myth. I'm not gonna hit him ever again, am I? There you go. I am God. Worship me. How far we make it? Wow, that is legitimately half of a level. So this is your, this is our walkthrough of the optimum playthrough of Fallout 1. If you don't start your playthrough by fighting 500 rats, then, congratulations, you're out half a level, and you will never make up that difference. So you'll never beat the final boss. Sorry. You see bones. You see Zane. Wow. You think these might be horned kangaroo bones, but you cannot be sure. They're too weathered to make a final determination. I apparently know what a horned kangaroo is, which seems like something that might have not existed before I went in the vault. So hello, I am in Vault 13. Is this my goal? Yep, here we go. Big old chunk of map. Yeah, this is definitely reminiscent of the Wasteland games. Wait. Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm being attacked by mantises. I couldn't find the button to stop moving when I found a thing. Fuck you. Target out of... Yeah, you can't... Okay. I'll show you target out of range. Death. I visit death upon thee. Run away a little bit, these guys are gonna come after me. There appears to be a corpse here. What? They can survive bullets. Oh. Oh. Shit. That's 8. That's a lot. Should have shot the same guy twice. That's for sure. What? I'm out of ammo and he's still alive. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. How do I reload? Help, I'm scared. Coming for me. Can't catch me! I thought I could run further than that, honestly. Help. Three? What? I said this thing holds 12 and I said put all in and it said 3 and that somehow filled 12. That's gonna take another look later. Uh-oh. How did the first one die? I'm growing concerned. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get killed by mantises in the fucking first level. And I didn't save after killing those rats, so... Oh, he didn't have enough AP. Shit, did I not actually get out of range? Okay. Oh god, they can get right up to me. Maybe one of them will get bored and wander off. Should have saved after killing all those rats. I'm definitely not doing it again. I'm definitely leaving immediately. Please die of bullets. Please? How do I... shoot them? 10 hit points! Why are you alive? Stop it! How much HP to the mantis? Didn't I kill one of them? Can I scroll this combat log up, like in Wasteland? Okay, I can click up a lot, it looks like. It's a grid. Mantis was critically hit for 10 hit points. Mantis was hit for 12 points and killed. Are they healing or something? Can I look at them? She looks almost dead. That's nice. Be fully dead, please. Thank you. You're not dead! Oh, he's running away. That's good. But I can die in one hit. And here it comes. Okay, bullets. I'm alive! Fuck you! That was hard. Holy crap. Mantis was critically hit for 9 points, bypassing the chitinous armor. Holy crap. How much health did they have? Was the first one wounded from its fight with this dude? We've learned some lessons today. I need to save the moment I'm done looking at the stuff in this room. mantises do not appear to have loot. Might be a horned kangaroo. Townsman. Got a gun. Got some ammo. Got a lizard on a stick, I think. I guess I can look at them. Iguana on a stick. Oops. Oh, weird. When you're in binoculars mode, it automatically fills the text with whatever you highlight. You don't actually click. That's a spear, apparently. And that is... Oh, bottle caps. Money! I know from outside sources. By which I mean future games. But I guess I wouldn't know yet, technically. That'll come in handy when I meet people. Rocks! 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 Everywhere you look! Rocks! Oops. Found the sneak button. It's 1. Did that on accident. Almost got manta rocked. Help me. I'm dying of most things, really. An old rubber tire sitting in the middle of the weeds. Hope it doesn't have any psychic powers. Oh, how big is this? Oh, this is a really big map. Oh, I could have run way further than I thought I could. Kind of thought we were on a single screen situation. I don't see anything useful. Cactus. You see nothing important about this cactus. What were you expecting, bro? There's something really funny about how he zigzags on the grid if you don't run perfectly in the diagonal direction. So, I'm wounded. Let's go here. Town world. The Vault of the Future. Wow. Is this how you guys conceptualized the vaults originally? Command center, living quarters, entrance, cavern entrance. Unknown. There we go. Welcome to Shady Sand, stranger. Please holster that weapon while you are here. Not what I meant, but okay. Put the knife away. And now, will that holster it? I am unarmed and completely innocent. Hello, sir. Stranger. Good day. I am Seth. How can I help you? I'd like some information. Information? What do you want to know about? I want to know about this place. Shady Sands is a peaceful community. We have our own irrigation system, so we can grow our own food. If we were not plagued with raiders and rad scorpions, we would have no problems. I want to know about rad scorpions? Sounds pretty interesting. Exciting even. Rad, if you will. Those damn rad scorpions have been after our Brahmin since we moved here. Not a week goes by that someone doesn't get poisoned. Not a week goes by someone doesn't get poisoned trying to keep them out of the pens. Last week they took my brother Jarvis. Raslo, our doctor, is looking for an antidote as quickly as he can. Hey, if you have the means to help us, why don't you talk to our leader, Aradesh? We'll do that later, I think. Or, shit, what did I do? Uh-oh. So I've seen some footage of this game before, and one thing that always stood out to me was this screen. I imagine that in the original game's resolution, this was actually the whole screen. So you transition naturally from the overworld to this other screen. But I think, like, just a result of higher resolution screens and a widescreen led to the thing where, like, oh crap, we have like a fixed window here. So, like, it's just gonna show up in the middle of the screen now. Nothing else, thanks. You should speak to Aradesh, our leader. He likes to meet all of our visitors. He should be in our town hall, the building to the south. Yeah, but I just wanted to go over here real quick. Text delay slow? Is that the thing that made it happen? It auto-proceeded the dialogue, and I'm like, no, I'm reading that. Excuse me. Who the fuck do you think you are? Please do not continue forward with the dialogue while I'm sitting here reading. It looks like it automatically scrolls if they have more than one page worth of thing that they say in response. It's funny because now with how much screen real estate we have, you would just like show more text, but they only had so many pixels, just as you can tell by how like crunchy this text looks. Take me to the Rad Scorpion Caves? No, I have 3 health. I want to know about the raiders. There are several groups of raiders. I organize guards like Ian to help me fight them off. There is one band to the southeast of here. Watch out for them. You'll take me to the Rad Scorpions, apparently. Good way to follow up on a quest for rewards and all that, but right now, I'll just die. Doggy! Do I even know what a dog is? Do I know what a dog is? Can I speak to the dog? Stop moving so I can speak to you. I don't think I can. Welcome to Shady Sands, traveler. My name is Katrina. My job is to greet strangers and help them understand our village. We find that there are fewer problems if you listen to what I have to say. Oh. Listen to me and you have fewer problems, okay? Tell me about? Oh. Life. I don't know anything about that. Cool. Alright. Tell me about yourself. My life was very boring. I was raised in a vault. Then you know what I'm dressed like then. I lived there for many years. Unfortunately... Oh, fuck. Unfortunately, we were crowded, and life was very bad. There was a schism, and many people left, taking with them the best equipment. Still, some of us tried to stay in the vault, but then they were attacked. I was hurt, and I ended up here. Now I try to help people. What should I do if I get hurt? Well, if you can't get to a doctor, you will need to heal yourself. Stim packs are a common healing item. Use them on yourself to heal minor wounds. This will get old. To heal minor wounds. First aid is a slower method, but it's always available. For major wounds, like a broken leg, you'll need to use the doctor skill. Just referencing. Alright. Turn to the codec page for Meryl's... We're gonna find some better equipment, or any. You'll have to do like we do, scavenge it or trade for it, and if you're attacked, our foes might provide equipment. If you live long enough to loot them. We are a peaceful community, so we mostly barter or trade for the items we cannot produce. Tell me about bartering. Bartering is the exchange of goods. It's one of these types of characters. You give me some items, and I give you items in trade, but your stat is bad for this, so it'll probably not end up very well. Since you initiated the barter, I will let you pick and choose what you want, but the deal must be one that I think I will like. So you'll probably not want to give me more valuable goods that you don't need in exchange for less expensive things that you want. And you don't have enough items to trade, there are always caps. Bottle caps are the only money that can be found out here. The caps are backed by the merchants of the hub, so you can trade them anywhere. Where was that vault of yours? That was Vault 15, due east of here. We tried to make contact with some of the other vaults, but we always failed. I think it was the raiders who attacked my fellow dwellers. Be careful. So that's where she's from, the vault I was headed towards, and she's already out, and there's been a schism, so... things not going according to plan. Probably not going to be finding people there, which means I probably won't be fighting the water thing I was supposed to get in the first place. Tell me about the rest of the world. It's a bit of a wide question. I know very little of the outside world. I escaped from a vault when it was attacked. Unfortunately, I was very hurt and do not recommend much of what happened. Do not remember much of what happened. But Dharma was watching over me, and I was found out by the Shady Sands. I live here now. Have you spoken with Ian yet? He's a merchant guard who was hurt. He's recovering in the guardhouse over there. She points to the east. He is more widely traveled than I. Oop. 250 experience. You see Katrina. She has a very pretty smile. Wow, I went up a level. You are standing in Shady Sands. We're but a small town in a large world. We just want to be left alone. Besides some mutated animals and other creatures of the desert, only the raiders give us trouble. Aradesh is our leader. He is in the large central house. Speak to him. That's all for now. Thanks. Are those dogs? Yeah, I think those are dogs. Got the kind of graphics where you have to interpret a bit. Let's see. What would I interpret as being the large central building? Maybe that one? They're all kind of along the edges of town. Could be this one. Yeah, if I try to go straight for Aradesh, I don't know if I'll actually find him. Because I don't necessarily know if I'm going the right way. 25 skill points. Wow. It's like, boop, boop. So getting 1 point into science takes me from 65 to 67. Throwing also goes up by 2. Small guns goes up by 2. Does everything go up by 2? Nah, I think it's the, I think that as we're familiar... Well, are we? I don't know. I think it worked this way. I think that in in future Fallout games, there's this system where your tapped skills level faster. But you might want to put points all around a bit. A couple of points into first aid. I do have points for days though, like holy crap, points for days. Like I imagine these will just cap out before long. Maybe you could just go all the way in. And then if they cap out, then I just don't have to deal with it anymore. And then I guess it just will spread the love. You know? Who are you, sir? Good day. I have nothing to say to you, stranger. Well. Glad I tried. Well, that's immediately a more crowded building. And they seem armed. They seem armed. Hello, stranger. Would you like to have a chat? Welcome, stranger. We don't see your kind often. Why not? Look, Shady Sands don't need your kind from the hub, or Junktown, or wherever you come from. We do pretty good by ourselves. So, Vault people aren't common enough to recognize us. The last trader from the hub sold us a malfunctioning irrigation pump. We've had it with your dirty deals. You've got it all wrong, I'm not like that. Yeah, right, so you say. Just don't get in any trouble, okay? Yeah, whatever. We're best friends so far. Everybody loves me. Oh, can I not go through the wall in the middle? Was that a barrier or something? Are you the A name guy? Hello, stranger. You look like you're new here. What's your name? I'm Zane. Good to meet you. I'm Ian. Oh, he's the trader. What do you do here? I was a guard for the merchants of the hub. However, I was shot during a raid by bandits. I've been staying here since the people of... staying here since the people have helped me recover. Still, my knowledge of the outside world and my experience make me useful here. Shady Sands is my home now. Occasionally, I even get to visit Junktown or the hub to do some of the trading, since I'm the only person here who has ever really left town. I'm sorry to hear about your injury. Thanks. It's been healing up well thanks to Roslo. Tell me about the raiders. There's 3 groups, the Khans, the Vipers, and the Jackals. They pretty much hate each other, but they all raid Shady Sands. Tell me more about Shady Sands. Shady Sands is a small but sufficient community. The only trouble here is with the bandits and the rad scorpions. Why are the rad scorpions trouble? Rad scorpions are very dangerous. They have a poisonous stinger in the tail, and they are very quick. Aradesh has been trying to find a way to get rid of them. If you feel brave, you could talk to Aradesh about him. Thanks. Sounds like I should investigate him then. I'm guessing he's down here? What's the deal with this thing here? The pillar is the showpiece of Shady Sand Square. It tells stories to remind people of the hope and peace. This does not look like it's leading me to Aradesh. Did I miss... I must have misinterpreted what they meant? Oh well, I'm just gonna check out everywhere anyway, right? So who cares? You look distraught. Are you in need of assistance? This is probably the hospital? Maybe not. Oh yeah, no, I need healing. No, I'm not in need of healing. That's my entire character, bye! I'm Razlo, can I get you? Can I help you? Not right now, but it was nice meeting you. Good day. We still need to expand the irrigation. If I check every house, it won't matter anymore that I don't remember where to go. A very nice looking bed. How about books? You search the bookshelf. A scout handbook. Am I gonna get in trouble for this? Am I a dirty thief now? He's saying, how are you? So he seems pretty fine with it. A book on the methods and ideals of scouting. Very practical information regarding outdoor life. It weighs 3 pounds. You learn a lot about wilderness survival. Oh, it's dark now. That spent some time. Now I can barely see. I figured there was a way to use it. Yeah, I just had to jam it in my open hand. Look at this Deckard Cain dude. Stay a while and listen to my ass. Alright.
Greetings.
Oh?
Your business in Shady Sands might be...
I found him. When I looked in this building the first time, I didn't even see him. I just saw the other 2 people. He blends with that robe. Alright, well. Next episode, we actually talked to Aradesh.